Hey everybody, welcome to one of the last editions of Falcons Corner.
Yeah, for the semester.
Year.
Yeah, for the year, the semester.
2024.
Rest of this calendar year, academic year. That'd be cool.
Everything's a 2025 problem, though.
Yeah, I know. It is.
yes. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert, the guy they know, co-host, former coach, Berg, and then birthday boy, Triple Threat Tom.
Yeah.
On behind the camera, the SID.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Ferg.
Happy birthday, sir.
28.
21 again.
Are you going to be half my age at least?
Thought.
He's beyond.
No, I'm beyond half your age.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Don't worry.
Good for us.
I think he's like on the closer side to 40 than 30 now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm just pairing up with a friend of mine that graduated high school with you that we were just talking about.
Yep.
I know he's closer.
Were you born before I graduated high school?
When did you graduate high school?
1992.
I was born before that.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So it's not so bad.
It's bad. It's so bad. Yes. So.
And I think I sit like equidistant between the both of you, to be honest with you, which is really fun. Yeah. Middle child syndrome.
Yeah, everyone ignores you. No one could ever ignore the good guy to know.
No way.
I got to give a quick little shout out to my pain in the butt sister.
Okay.
She made me go out Saturday. We went to
Misfits.
It was very nice. So I recommended if anyone's watching in town to go to Misfits. But she says I never mention her on the show, and she watches every week, and the first one to watch every week.
All right. Well,
so we're not making her super fan.
Well, she can't. No one can.
Yeah, she's not.
Yeah.
But she dragged me out of the house for a couple hours on Saturday.
So you went to 409
Yep.
on Adams, Misfits, the Lackawanna College pop-up holiday bar.
Music too loud.
Too loud.
Too loud.
Not to get too off topic, I was also at Misfits on Saturday night.
Were you really?
Yes.
What time were you there, Ferg?
I might have been there at the same time as you because I think I saw you walking
I was
behind
outside.
me going to the bathroom.
I went to the bathroom a couple times.
I was inside. I was inside immediately when you opened the door.
Okay.
So you might not have seen me.
Ferg
But I was
doesn't
there.
want to talk to me out in public.
I guess not.
I'm not a good guy to know.
I looked back. I'm like, I think that's Mike.
Well, people may double check and say Mike is out of the
You're
house.
out?
That's the other. I was like, no, that's not him.
Yeah.
But you were also gone too. You're already in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
he's got jeans on and everything.
I had dungarees on.
Yeah, dungarees? Yes.
Yes. So, but no. So my sister said I never mentioned her. She made me feel bad.
There
so
it is.
There she is. Her one and last only mention.
That's it. Can't do it ever
in the
again.
history of Falcons Corner.
Sounds good.
Never again. And I'm not going out ever again.
All right.
It was too loud, and I was out past 8:30.
Right. Yeah, I'm hoping to hit Misfits up this week. So
Good.
It was good times.
Yeah.
It was good times.
Yeah. Good.
they do a great job.
Was the music loud inside, or was it just from the outside?
The music was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
Could be an age thing. You couldn't hear it, but it was too loud.
I couldn't hear a blessed thing anyone was
It
saying.
definitely sounded a little louder out in the tent and outside
Yeah.
than it necessarily was inside. But it was pretty.
But it was a cold night,
bumping
but it was
there,
warm in the tent.
You know?
Good.
And it got busy. There was
does.
there was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
So.
When the young people started coming, I was like, all right,
I got to go.
it's out of here. All right.
All right.
All right. We only got 2 basketball games to talk about, right? Women
Well,
played
yeah, only
one
had
Saturday,
two
right?
play dates. Yeah, we had last Tuesday.
We talked about that already.
We talked about that, and then
Yeah.
on Saturday the games with Middlesex.
Right.
So
Women won by
6.
6.
Or no, I'm sorry,
5.
51-46.
All right.
Yeah. Back and forth game.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Couldn't really tell. It was buffering a lot.
Oh, it was so frustrating.
It was kind of like the old Atari game. It was
Oh.
like or even like, to me it reminded me of 10-Yard Fight for Nintendo years ago. Everything was...
I almost
enough
got the
about
laptop.
that.
I almost blew the laptop like this. I did the Nintendo cartridge to make it go. Yeah,
But
make it work.
a region win,
Yep.
Yes.
you know, for the women, which was great. And considering they beat us on our home floor last year on a 4-5 matchup, you know, like a playing game for the playoffs.
Right.
I think it was pretty good for the returners to kind of get that W on their
Right.
on
Who
their
knows where
court.
we're going to fall in the standings, but maybe that'll help us, you know, at least
Yeah.
play a 4-5 home matchup if that gets to that. You know,
Right.
hopefully
Right.
it doesn't for us that we're already locked in, but
Yeah.
you know, if that's the case, so good win. I don't remember who scored for us though.
Jayla South at 13.
Okay.
She was the high there. Eternity Aiken had 8 points and 11 rebounds, and Eternity played like almost the whole game.
Okay.
Because she came in early and then was pretty much in there from I think it was 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, all the way till about 4 minutes to go in the fourth.
Okay.
Played almost the whole
what I
game.
did notice though, and we talked about Sophia Suma last week, that when she got her minutes in the second half, everything seemed to kind of go.
Yeah.
It was really the second quarter for her because she had 3 straight plays where she caused some steals.
Yeah.
And that kind of pushed us from behind by like a point or
Right.
two to in front by 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And even though the game was tied, and I think Middlesex got up by a point in the third quarter at some point, it was still back and forth. That kind of gave us a little shot in the
Right,
arm, I
right.
thought. and kind of got our team going.
Right.
So.
Yeah. With all the buffering and stuff, I didn't know where I was
tough,
at.
yeah,
so
but she's a
game-wise.
difference maker, and we've talked about it.
Yeah, just her
athleticism, and then coming from a program like Dunmore High School, and then I'm not sure what she did AAU-wise, if not, but coming from, I think, Coach Ben O'Brien, who's at the University of Scranton, and Carrie Toomey, who was there, just that discipline component of it. I think she brings a little bit of a spark off the bench, which is great.
Yeah.
I think it was really more of it's a team contribution because like she played well in the second quarter. Clea Ferguson came in, played some good minutes in the second. Anaya Crocker had a better fourth quarter.
Ferguson was healthy enough to travel again too, which is great. So.
Right, hit some shots down the stretch. Soraya Franklin, who didn't have a great game, hit the big 3-point shot that got us up by 6. So she stepped up when she needed to. You know, everybody kind of did what they had to do to get us the win on the road. You know.
Yep. And then speaking of on the road, the men did not win on the road. They fell nationally. They were good, Middlesex.
Yeah, they
had height.
Yeah, from what I was able to tell from the stream, they were.
They out-rebounded us pretty good.
I wasn't sure about them going into it because it's not, we don't know a lot about them. It's only the second year that we've been playing them. They had some big fellas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we, to be fair to us, we were down a couple guys. Sean Smith didn't end up playing, was hurt. Elijah Smith, I think, is also hurt, and we didn't have him as well. So we were down a couple guys. We managed to get it to 51-43 at one point.
Right, like we've been doing all year. We get down and then battle back. And
same thing. Like Middlesex built a big lead. We came back, got it to within 8. I think we were within 10 at 66-56 with like a little over 10 minutes to go, and we just couldn't get the offense going. And I think it was a 29-9 outscoring the rest of the way.
Right.
You know?
And when you're coming back from deficits and trying to battle your way back, it's gassing. It takes a little bit out of you, and then if you miss a couple of shots, then forget it. It's just.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's and that's tough too because it's another region loss. You know, and I know we have some guys who are out injured, and some that are going to become eligible for the second half of the season.
Right.
But we have some really important region games coming up with Mercer, who beat Middlesex at the Buttersley.
Right.
Yeah.
And Morris, who's actually playing but they're playing really well again.
Yeah.
And to get up to that 500 level in conference to be able to make the playoffs, I mean,
tough.
it sounds early.
It gets late early.
It does. If you go 1-5 in conference, like we have to split one of these two to really kind of put ourselves in a position where everybody gets back being healthy to hopefully get ourselves into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And like you said, it gets late early, but it's reality. You know what I mean?
And then speaking of, we played 2 days ago or today.
That's right.
Or yesterday.
Or whatever.
Like Danny alluded to, Mercer.
Yes.
2 pretty important games
the
for both
game
teams.
is streamed, but it doesn't matter because it already happened. So, Berg, can you put the women's result right there? And then in a couple of seconds later, can you put the men's result right there too? All right, beautiful.
Right.
Hopefully 2 Ws.
Hope so.
Important games because Mercer women's team, they're back for the first time in a couple of years.
Yep.
But they have been kind of floating around just outside the top 25 in Division II rankings over the first couple of weeks. They're pretty good. And obviously, as you mentioned, the men's team, Howard Lev always has them prepared and ready to go. And they upset Middlesex, was their first loss as a ranked Middlesex team.
Right.
So that's going to be a tough one down there.
Lay up at the buzzer. Mm-hmm. Like, it was wild. Anyway, so hopefully we get away with 2 wins. Both teams on a bus, on the road.
Yeah.
So that they can study for their finals when they come back tomorrow.
And then the women have another game this week at Salem on Saturday afternoon. That's 1 o'clock.
And if you're watching today, the men are playing tonight.
Correct. Against
right.
Sussex.
A Steve Young birthday boy broadcast.
That's right.
Yes.
Skylanders.
Yes.
I think this is the first time we've played Sussex since I've been here in men's
It's
basketball.
the first time we've played them in a long time.
Yeah, I don't remember them.
Yeah. I don't know that we've ever played them, to be honest
No,
with
we
you.
are playing them twice this year, but it is not a Division II game, if I understand correctly. They are still Division III.
Correct.
I believe so. I was just checking before and pull the roster and stuff to get ready for Thursday.
But, we play Sussex in just about everything else, so it's nice to we kind of have a little bit of especially from football, have a little bit of rivalry
in
with
baseball
them,
the last couple
we've always
seasons
played them in soccer and things like that.
So nice to kind of have that continue.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice just to have a school that's only an hour away.
They're an hour and 20 minutes, and Todd's great, and former athletic director John Kuntz was, incredible.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we really built a rapport with them through the years.
Right.
So
watch the game online and listen to
7 p.m.
tonight.
That's
or
right.
come out tonight and pay $5.
Yeah.
Come out and support because it might be a sparse crowd because students are making their way home because finals week and a lot of them are going to be finished by then and gone.
Right.
Too, so all right, good. All right, we'll take a little break.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be back. Falcons Corner. Take flight. welcome back to the Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, former coach, birthday boy.
That's it.
All right, wrestling wrestled. The guy, dude looked like Rocky.
Yeah, he did. We'll throw that picture up of Matt Gashi Brito.
Like Rocky won Rocky.
Yeah, so we went out in the Thunderwolves Open out at Niagara Community College. I talked to Coach Fox yesterday. I was like, how was it? He's like, well, we didn't really fare that well wrestling-wise, but everything else was great.
Good.
The ride was smooth. The hotel was great. They were great hosts. And, one of our guys, I think he said maybe 20 or 40 seconds, I think, into his first match, got sliced open a little bit on top of his head, and it looks like he really just got beat up.
Yeah.
But Matt Gashi Brito, a little bit of an injury, it looks like. So I think we didn't win a match while we were out there, right?
No.
Matt went 0-2. I think
John Almonte, I think, went 0-2 as well.
And then poor Don had 4 matches.
Yeah, poor Don Salazar was Iron Man there. At 197, he wrestled 4 matches because the way they did it at 197, because of the amount of wrestlers they had, they did rounds where you faced off against a different person each round, and it was
but it's getting them an opportunity for matches. I mean, I honestly think that at this point, this year we had less wrestlers, but we've participated in more events. Or just the same amount of events. And Coach Fox, we're, tough way to end the semester, but really have
still just
focus
getting experience
on
and rebuilding the program to where he had it before he left.
Exactly. So, completely confident with that. They come back in the new year, midway through January, and I think our first event is not until January 26th.
Right.
Back out that way
to
Jamestown.
Right.
And then I really think, right now, I think we have 3 matches scheduled. Looking for a 4th, maybe. The first week of February we have open, and then we have the 2nd and 3rd weeks matches scheduled and things like that.
Good.
So getting them some reps so that they can have something for good seeding purposes for the national qualifier and get hopefully an opportunity.
Which is most important. You need your vacation.
And it looks like we have. I need to go to Iowa. Eddie Lauritsen looks like optimistically he should be able to be back for the next semester. And he was a national qualifier last year, so that'll give us an opportunity to have at least 4 guys competing at when we host the regional. And then maybe one other one. We're not sure yet. But.
Right. Still waiting on that. But I got a chance to see some of the guys with Media Day last week.
Yeah.
We should have those videos up now. Well, not now when we're filming, but now when this is released, up on YouTube and all that, with interviews with Coach Fox, with the Don, and with Matt Gashi Brito. I got a chance to just talk to them about the season and what they're looking. They were just happy to A, get their pictures taken, and B, kind of like be talking about wrestling and be talking about, it was nice to kind of see them interacting with like the Foxes and with Kevin Roginski, Big Kev, stepping up as an assistant coach. So it was nice to kind of get a chance to talk to them.
Yeah,
so.
They got their new singlets in and all that stuff.
They look nice.
Yeah. They're sharp. It took a little bit of back and forth, but the Foxes came up with some good ideas, and we played with it. We tinkered with it a little bit.
Yep.
But they definitely, I think they're sharp.
Yeah. I like them.
They're really sharp.
And then I heard a rumor that esports people may be Athlete of the Week this week.
That's probably going to be the case here.
Well, I'll vote for that.
Yeah, Rainbow Six.
Yeah, they won a championship. My vote.
Yeah. We had a couple Eastern Division, whatever you want to call it, champions from last week. Cool. Bikram Chanda won it in Super Smash Brothers, qualified as the number 1 seed in the national tournament. And then Rainbow Six won their East Division championship as well, and they qualified for the national tournament as well as the number 2 seed. So they just did that stuff, I think, the past couple days. Falcons didn't fare so well on the national stage, but East Division champions. And Rainbow Six especially won a 5-game thriller against Northern Virginia, a team that's always really good. We're able to win that in the championship match. And Bob Letterdy, our program coordinator out of esports, was very pumped up about that.
That's awesome. How about Robert D saw me running the other day, last week, maybe around Thanksgiving. He just beeped and kept driving. Like, no, do you need a rod? You okay? How about
you want some
water?
water?
Just beep and wave, and they just kept going.
Not happy with him right now.
Yeah. How about that? I'm almost 50.
You must know you're old and there's not much left.
Yeah, he probably just saw my demise.
Yeah.
But congratulations.
There's no point.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Congrats. And
then most importantly, bowling is yesterday.
It is.
I wonder how we did.
Well, I'm still injured.
So am I.
But I'm going to gut it out. I might go to the athletic trainers and get some treatment on my calf today.
I got some on my back yesterday. Yeah. Got some back issues. Landed in the hospital over the weekend.
Did you?
Thought we had kidney stones. Ooh. They were not. So at least there'd be an explanation. But no, we're back. A little bit of medicine and a little bit of
Are you going to gut it out tomorrow
treatment.
Too?
We're going to try like heck. If worst comes to worst, I'll push it down.
We'll get you a
little we'll get the dinosaur. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the most important thing going on this week. not basketball games, not wrestling, nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bowling.
Ferg, are you going to have any footage for this episode, or are you going to have it?
I just might.
All right.
I just
We'll
might.
see.
All right.
I can't wait to see Joe doing his little Fred Flintstone.
Yeah. So it'll be a nice outing for
looking
us. So
forward to it.
that, and we'll put some results up there, especially if any of us do well.
Ringer.
I'm injured. I
Shows
tried
up
running
with
on Saturday with my injury, and I made it about 1.5 miles. I had to walk back to my car.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is you don't have to run very far.
I know, but it's my left calf. It's my plant leg, like I
Oh,
talked about
boy.
last week, where I'm going to generate my power from. It all comes from here, even
right.
in bowling.
Yeah.
The power center.
Yeah. All right. Well, whatever.
Mine comes from
Just,
here.
just whip it with your arm. Just
Yeah,
really
right. Just get the 6-pounder and just
throw
that's
your
all.
arm out.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a former athlete. I'll
Yeah.
gut it out.
That's it. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
That was
no
my main
excuses.
concern. We have the Howard Gardner School playing here tonight. I
Right.
got to make sure I can be here for that. And then bowling.
Yeah.
I just needed to make sure I was healthy for that.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
know what I
not Falcons athletics related. Well, it is in a sense because we're hosting it, but we should also mention the big tournament happening this weekend too, basketball wise.
Yeah, Electric City Shootout. We're hosting it in our arena upstairs. Top tier sports, top tier events based out of Riverfront Sports. In a combined effort, bringing in 9 teams from outside the area with the 10 teams from the area for high school girls basketball weekend. Some Division I recruits,
Yeah.
Division I commits. I don't know the school. We could talk about it next week. That
Right.
she's committed as a junior to UConn. So there's a lot of opportunity to see a lot of talent here in our gym this weekend.
Cool.
So Friday night 1 game, Saturday 6 games, Sunday 4 games. So we'll be busy.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Electric City Shootout. I'm really looking forward to hosting with Kevin Clark and that whole crew.
And
down
we'll
there.
we'll have our whole operation going as far as the light up
Yeah.
table at the scores table. We'll have our
Yeah.
broadcast with graphics and all that, and Joe's going to be doing stats.
Yeah,
and
yeah, we're ready.
It's going to be busy, but we
Yeah.
like hosting these events, especially it'll serve honestly as kind of
It's a recruiting tool.
a recruiting tool and kind of a precursor for us to get ready for the line.
Sure.
Kind of a warm up, if
Yeah.
you will.
Yep.
So
Good. Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck to us doing that.
yeah,
And best of luck to bowling
exactly.
tomorrow. We'll all be friends after bowling.
Yeah. But at 10:55 a.m., not anymore.
No way.
That's when the warm up starts.
I know, but 2 games is a lot. My arm's going to be sore.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next week in the Falcons Corner. All right. Take care.